Good every morning. Oh boy. Good morning, everybody. It's December 13th, 12 more days till Christmas. For those of you who are of the Jewish community watching my channel, watching my videos, happy Hanukkah. A word just flashed through my brain. I know it's Jewish, and I don't know what the meaning is, so I'm not going to repeat it because I'm going to repeat it, and hopefully you guys don't get offended and can translate. L'chaim? I think that's the word. I don't know why that popped in my brain, but for my Jewish viewers, happy Hanukkah. I wish you the best. For everybody else, we are in the last 12 days before Christmas. Here at the Henson household, we have pulled out all our decorations that look of a Nordic or black and white. Well, it's black, white, red colorization in our Christmas decor this year. That's our theme. While we were going through the Christmas stuff, I found a few items that I'm going to use to decorate my little office space. Hopefully I can find some lights. I haven't found any lights, but I cannot remember where or when we got these, but they're little stuffed. You can use them as Christmas tree ornaments. I'm going to try to set them up on my desk, but it's a little gnomish looking Santa and a snowman on skis, or snowman on skis. I said snowman. Then my wife made this last year, I do believe, but it's cute and I thought it would go good with my style. It's a wreath of antlers with a deer head in the middle. I think that's going to be cute. I think I know where I'm going to put that one. And this little thing, my Aunt Joyce made, I think it was last year. It's basically 3 little L's that spell out joy. One of them you can't see the O because his sock was in the way. With some ribbon. And then I looked in the back and I realized there's a bunch of little ringlets with a star and various words like peace and hope in the back of the bag. And when I looked at them, I was like, oh, I know what those are. I don't know why they're in this bag. Let's see if we can pull one out. They're basically what it is let's say you have wine or a bunch of wine. You can basically put it over the top of the wine bottle and have the little charm hanging down. There's stars, there's wordage. In fact, by the looks of the way they were bent and whatnot, I think that's exactly what I did last year. Not that we drink a lot of wine, but we have a lot of empty wine bottles that Jerry uses for... She's made various things with the wine bottles, like candle holders, and I think one year what she did was she took a wine bottle and the solar-powered lights that you put along your driveway or walkway into it to make like a solar-powered light-up wine bottle. And we had a bunch of clear ones, and I think she used the clear ones for that. But she now has 2 particular wine bottles that are made like ceramic wine bottles from my mead. And she said she wanted me to keep those 2 bottles to use for a project. I don't know what project. But that's some of the little things that are going on. We're going to start doing, since I get back to my work, but since I have 4 days off this week because, and I'll tell you in a moment about that, we have already made plans for, various events like decorating, finishing off our cookie bake-off. Tuesday I work. Mom's taking the cookies that we send off to the Show Me Kids, which is it's a state-funded group home, or several group homes, state funded, ran by various churches, and they're basically children who are either wards of the state or underprivileged, or have been basically put into these homes because of being wards of the state or having issues with being adopted, basically. So yeah, they're wards of the state. I think that's the term, wards of the state. So every year, my church, or mom's church, however you want to put it, does a cookie bake-off, and they basically, in mass, you know, a select number of people make a mass of cookies, a couple dozen cookies, and they bring them into the church on Tuesday, and the church takes them up to their particular home or wherever they're going. And then, of course, mom sends some cookies to various friends and family members. And then Thursday, which is going to be a day off, I think we're going to make cookies for local. Basically, what I mean by that is I'm going to take some cookies after we make a bunch to my job to give to my coworkers. We make cookies for 2 or 3 different families here in Rolla that are members of our church. One of them, I'm not going to name names, but one family, the father of the family had a severe bike accident and is now wheelchair bound. He is a member of our church council, church leaders. I don't know what title you'd give him, but he's also been very active with our Christian Christian house, which is it's like a dormitory or it's one of the different dorms or buildings that are part of the college housing group. And basically what the Christian house is, students who come from different places who are members or family members of members who are part of our, what they call the sister system, which is various churches dotted throughout the nation who are affiliated together because they do things together, like support missionaries, the same missionary. Basically, it's a great it's a great inexpensive place for those who are established members of our Christian network to basically be able to have a place to live while going to our local our state college. Another very large batch goes to a family who has been members of our church for a really long time, and this family has, I would say close to a dozen children within their biological family members. I know 1 or 2 of them are old enough to either be in college or have graduated college, and the youngest one, if I remember correctly, is either junior high or high school. I've lost contact with a lot of people due to Corona and me just not going to church on a regular basis. The first thing that happened was I wasn't going to church on a regular basis because of work or just personal issues or comfort levels, and the second is Corona. So I'm like, no, I'll either catch one of the sermons online at the website, but I keep in contact with people. And I think there's mom's friend who lives over in the town. There's like 3-4 different families we send cookies to or give cookies to locally. So we're having it's cookie season. Yesterday the weather was very dreary and rainy. Today it's just dreary with slim chances of snow. I look forward to the snow. I like watching the snow. Luckily, I'm off today and tomorrow, and then I work Tuesday night. Then I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, then work Friday, Saturday. Um, I don't like the schedule because I got cut. I lost a day. I lost hours. It's bad enough that this past week alone, I only worked like 18 to 20 hours. Um, this week, I did the math, and it looks like I'm working maybe 12 hours total. So, yeah, I'm on the fence about either looking for another part-time job or looking for a new job in general. There's nothing wrong with my job. I have no complaints. I have no issues, no stress. Well, I have some stressors, but every job has some sort of stressor. Like, oh God, here comes a crowd of people. But for the most part, what's been going on lately, which in my mind seems a little underhanded, is not my problem. It's Debbie's problem because of one of her. I found out yesterday she's got two silent partners. That one of them decided to hire a new person to be a GM, and this person knows nothing about my store or Dickies in general. So Debbie and the rest of us have to go through the process of training this person, which a number of us are not happy about because, like, we're training our boss. That doesn't make sense, but it is what it is, and I'm happy to go along with whatever's going on because I just like this job too much to worry about, the politics, as I call it, of work. Um, there's a lot of other things that I've been hearing whispers about that I'm taking with a grain of salt because, like, if it does not affect me directly, or I don't know who's being truthful and who's being honest, and being since I haven't really heard it directly from Debbie herself, I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, before it started slowing down, see, we've got three things going on that's against us right now. One, they're doing construction on irrigation, or not irrigation, water runoff, the street runoff and whatnot. So they're replacing the piping and putting a new cinder block or concrete block into the ground to basically replace the old pipes and whatnot, or whatever was down there. I didn't see them pull it up because they were working at night. But right now, I have this barely big enough for my minivan to go into the parking lot of my store to get in and out of the store, because the other section is basically they're laying new cement, new paving and whatnot for the entryway. So that hampers business. The season between people are slowing at after dark. It's getting cold real quick, and people are wanting to just go straight home. So that hampers people coming in. Then there's the whole Corona deal, which hampers people coming into the lobby. And the thing is, yeah, we might be, semi busy with DoorDash orders, or orders of one form or another, pickup orders, those kind of things. And that keeps some money coming in, but because the way the system works is if we don't have cash flowing into the store, not phone orders, computer orders, DoorDash orders, those kind of orders, that doesn't affect our labor. It doesn't show how it affects our labor. So the rule of thumb is if the labor starts getting above 20 and there's more than two people in the store, somebody has to go home. And if the labor continues to go up instead of going back down a little, whoever's left in the store, one of the two people have to leave, and that one person who's left in the store has to basically take care of everything, including the possibility of getting a last minute bum rush by themselves, cleaning the store, doing the counts, emptying the cash out of the register, those kind of things. And it's kind of like, oh my God. And the thing is what I'm afraid of is, again, I've said this before in other chats, that if it continues this trend, some of us might be out of work because she'll close down the lobby and just leave the side door open for walk-ins and pickups and things like that. So it's kind of like, oh boy, if I read the trend correctly, it's time to look for a at least temporary part-time job until after the season and after the construction. I mean, yeah, Corona slowed us down in the first place, and it even slowed us down even more because now there are signs on our door from on our doors from the city council, basically mandating the requirement of masks to enter the facilities. And this is not just us; this is everybody around us has it. The gas station next door, the bowling alley next door, the salon and realty office and game store across the street. So it's, yeah, it's happening. But I'm doing my best to make ends meet. I'm working as hard as I can. Yesterday was interesting because I went into work and it was just me and my coworker. We basically went in. I got asked to come in early because catering. We had 2 catering orders that we had to basically get done by 11 a.m. One was actually supposed to be done by 10:30, and I'm like, who took an order to be picked up half an hour before we open our doors? Our freaking doors. But I was asked the night before, there was a note basically with my name on it. I was like, oh no, what's wrong? And I picked up a note, read it, and it asked me to come in by 9 a.m. About an hour and a half to 2 hours before I was supposed to be there to help with the catering, because it was me and Lisa, basically my coworker. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, I guess since the boss is asking, I guess I should do it. I got in, Lisa was already there an hour, had one order done, that in fact she had our kielbasa, chicken, baked potatoes and turkey in the cooker to make sure we had enough for the day. So we finished up that one, got it all boxed up, and then worked on the other one. And the 10:30 didn't come by until 11, and the 11 o'clock didn't come by until 11:15, which is fine by me. I mean, it's like, hey, this is your food, I just make it. So we got that out, and then we finished doing our morning routine, setting up our lobby area, getting the brisket and pork butt ready for the smoker and all that fun stuff. And then once we got the store set up and everything ready to go, we were standing there. No customers until 12:30. 12:30, our new GM came in, or 12, I should say. He came in, and then shortly afterwards, we got busy for, it's a good hour 45. And then 2 o'clock rolled around, and I stayed until 2:15 because we had customers. I went home, came home, relaxed for a little bit, and then we started doing, well, after it wasn't until later. Came home, relaxed, got lost in our phone, our digital devices and our games and whatnot, and made dinner. And I kind of regret not filming, even though it was a quick and easy Nordic way dinner. It was basically pork chop, orange, and potatoes. And I will tell you basically what the recipe is, and then maybe within a week or so I'll do it again and record it. But basically it's just you take par cooked. Basically you take your pork chops, you brown it on both sides, and on a baking sheet with parchment paper you basically cut up, peel and wedge oranges, and then take baby potatoes or fingerling potatoes if you have them in your area. I don't have fingerlings here. I use just these little itty bitty potatoes. You basically boil up some potatoes and you peel the potatoes, and then you cut the potatoes in wedges and put them with the oranges, and then you take mint, sprinkle that on top of that, and then soy sauce and honey mixed together. You put your pork chops on top of the potatoes and oranges. You sprinkle some mint, some almonds, and drizzle on the honey soy sauce type dressing. Bake it for 12 minutes. And then when you pull it out, you sprinkle on some more mint. And then you can we did a side salad. We just did a bowl of salad on the side, because it didn't have any greens in its ingredients. And you enjoy it. It takes 30 minutes, maybe, total, from start to finish. And I did not record that. And after I got done making food one night, I was like, ooh, we should have probably recorded this. But we didn't. So, I do not have a Bible verse for today. Or do I? Hold on, let me look at my notes. I know the last couple videos I've done, I try to put in a, no, I don't. Sorry. This morning, I kind of woke up and, well, shouldn't say woke up, I was woken up. My wife and I stayed up until, well, we didn't turn off everything and go to sleep until almost 3 o'clock in the morning. A combination of a lot of energy, a lot of stuff churning in our brains, and I don't know about anybody else, but it's kind of true. If you want to go to sleep quickly, don't play on your phones. If you're going to have your phones in your room for an alarm clock, which is what we do, just set your alarm clock, put your phone down, and try to go to sleep. I know for a fact I couldn't. I just had too much on the brain. Way too much on the brain. Things like work, money, Christmas, after Christmas, plans for the new year. And I give you that rundown with the plans on the new year. The plan, we have 2 rooms that we want to literally totally rearrange. Total rearrangement of the furniture. I was thinking about a rearrangement of the furniture in here, but I don't know how and whatnot because of dimensions of both the room and the furniture. But in the craft room, we want to basically rearrange the craft room and tear up the carpet. 2 reasons for tearing up the carpet in the craft room. 1, it'd be easier to clean. 2, less allergens. Now, we don't know what the floor looks like underneath the carpet. We could tear up the carpet and go, oh, no. We're going to have to lay flooring or tiling or something along that lines to basically make the floor walkable. Now, my problem with tearing up the carpet in the craft room is we have I think it's a 4x4 cubie system, and we use that to basically store boxes with various crafting. Each box has a either a specific type of crafting, like holiday crafting, Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, St. Pat's Day, and then we have like wooden stuff or knitting stuff or various types of different crafting components in the boxes. And the boxes are marked. We have a little placard on there to mark them. That's going to be a bear to move. Jerry was like, oh, no, we're not going to move it. We're just going to cut the carpet out from underneath it, like around it. And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And then she wants to do the same thing in the bedroom. She wants to rearrange the bedroom and remove the carpeting. The reason for the bedroom is twofold. One, easier to clean. Two, less allergens in the room. And we can tell the difference from room to room how bad the allergens are. I know she lived her whole life in a house that had throw rugs, not carpeting. I'm not 100% keen on hardwood floors with throw rugs. One, I've lived in places like that, and every time I got out of bed, I wanted to jump back in bed because my feet were instantly frozen by cold wood floors. Two, depending on the throw rug, depends on slipping and sliding. Because unless you've got some sort of rubber backing underneath that throw rug, and there's not a guarantee that the rubber backing will keep the throw rug in place, there's a chance of you slipping, trying to get in bed. There's a chance of slipping when you try to walk off the throw rug onto the hardwood floor. Shifting, things like that. Now, if it wasn't for the factor that nails can sometimes catch on your socks or even on your bare skin, I would nail the sucker down, the throw rug. But no, that's not an option. So I'm, excuse me. So I'm like, okay, I see the point. We both put our points out there, her rhyme and reason for doing it, my rhyme and reason for not doing it. And we came up with it's actually, in the long run, health-wise, because we're both allergenic, we both have breathing issues during certain times of the year where the pollen is highest. And when you get the pollen and all the other nasty little things that get into your carpets, it's kind of better not to have the carpet. Now, my other downfall is cleaning. The good thing about a carpet is you don't always see the dust and whatnot. But we have Swivel Sweeper, we have Dyson, we have all different kinds of tools and devices to help us keep things clean. Not pointing no fingers at nobody, but if we just kept on the ball and every time we got a chance to clean, we wouldn't have any problems. Like I said, I'm not pointing any fingers because I'm just as much to blame on, I'll just call it straight out laziness. Because we get to the point where it's like we get lost in our personal things, whether it's me with gaming or being in here doing whatever, or Jerry being in her games or crafting, But we have some interesting ideas and schematics on how we want the two different rooms. The only main reason why we're not going to rearrange in here unless we do some really major changes is the passageway between the desk or my desk chair to the armoire behind me, that big white thing, or the passageway along that other wall is kind of narrow. It's wide enough right now that anybody can get through without any major problems. But I thought about trying to put the bed instead of on, the headboard on that wall behind me, the headboard on the far wall on the opposite side of the room. And Jerry said, I don't think it's going to work because of the furniture that's in here, the narrowness of the passageways. You know, she gave me her rhyme and reason for not doing it. I just kind of went, well, without measuring everything and trying to take the measurements and shrink them down so I can, you know, draft out the room and see how it would, you know, what directions. Because I was thinking, oh, if I knew the dimensions of the room and put that on a pad on a piece of paper for drafting, and then took the measurements of each of the furnishings, the major furnishings, the bed, the chair, the nightstand, my desk, the armoire, this cabinet over here that has my little TV that I never use, and the little chest of the little hopeless chest or chest that we use for linens, and try to lay them out on the piece of paper to see what kind of shifting I can do. I wouldn't know. So, but anyhow, I'm getting hungry. I need to get off here. I need to go feed myself, feed the wife, and decide what we're gonna focus on today. I'm hoping we focus on the living room and getting the living room decorated so I can take you guys out there and show you what it looks like after we're done. Okay, it's either gonna rain or I just slept wrong again. I had my hair combed out before I started the video and it's wanting to frizz, so I'm like, we're going to get some sort of precipitation or something because my hair is being obstinate. I mean, I'm used to this one side getting obstinate because of the way I sleep on it sometimes. But anyhow, I'm hoping to get at least the living room done today. I'm not going to push. We have the whole day. I'm hoping tomorrow, if we get the living room done, we can do the kitchen area and all the other little areas that don't take that much time. But Jerry Ann's like, I don't want to push you. I want you to be able to have a day to rest. And I'm sitting there going, well, if we get the living room done today, I can rest tomorrow. And then Tuesday morning, we can possibly maybe knock out the kitchen before I have to go to work at 4. Yeah. And due to lack of hours and whatnot, I am not going to let them send me home early Tuesday night. And since I don't have to work in the morning, Wednesday morning, I'm going to stay the whole night. And if we stay a little bit longer just to get the store cleaned up, so be it. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, I really don't want to look for a second job, let alone change jobs just because things are getting slow. I just need to do more videos, more, I don't know, some sideline or something like that to earn money. But anyhow, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment box. I will deal with them or get to them as soon as I can. If you're not a subscriber and you want to subscribe, you can hit the little thumbs up button, or should be a little button somewhere down here, I don't know, that says subscribe. You can click on that, and then you can click on the little bell on YouTube. You know, that will basically alert YouTube to tell you when I put in my next video. Sounds weird. Anyhow, until next time, God bless. Happy holidays. Bye.